Hey guys, this is admin here at FacebookFriendExporter.com, and this is a second video on sort of a more in-depth look on some of the functionality that's built within the exporter version, basically 3.6 version. Now, if you haven't already watched, please watch our first video that goes over the sort of the whole process from installing to extracting your friends, because this one again is going to go a little bit more in depth on some of the features and how to set up everything properly. So, again, first things first is you're going to want to go ahead and punch in your PayPal transaction ID. This is also included in the email we send you with the license key. If you do get it where it says, hey, you can't validate it, definitely email us at support@FacebookFriendExporter.com, and we'll go ahead and get back to you. We're pretty quick at it. So go ahead and enter a username and password. This is, again, your username and password to your Facebook account that you're doing. And hit the login button. It'll take about 5 or 6 seconds. Go ahead and log in. Now what you want to go ahead and do first is go ahead and hit Friends here. Go ahead and hit Edit Friends. Go ahead and hit Recently Interacted. Go to All Friends. Now once you have this first set here, you can scroll down. You can see that they display about 60 on this first page. So hit your Control Options and Data and hit Get Users from the page. Perfect. You can see we have about 60. If you want to go ahead and hit more, just basically hit this little next button. It'll hop over to 61 through 120. Go ahead and hit this again, so we get them more. And if you basically you can just keep going until you basically listed them all. And perfect, now you got them all. So the first step, once you've gotten your IDs, is you want to go ahead and set your high-low. Now the default here is 4 and 10, and what this does is for each time we go to a person's profile, we make sure that we select a random number in between these high and lows, and it'll basically pause on the page before we actually go to the next page. Unlike some other things we've seen out there where they're getting your account banned as they're trying to go to pages every 1 second, and Facebook is obviously smart enough to know that no human's going to go to a basic page Facebook every 1 second. So we randomly pick it, as well as we randomly go to different pages in the profile, such as the wall, or the info, or the photos page, and we do them in random order. So it's never the same, and it's never the same interval. So once you've set these, again, the friend IDs here, you can either pull them in, or we've had a lot of our clients say, hey, I already have my friend IDs in a text file or a CSV, can I import them? Yeah, no problem. Go ahead and hit the little import here, and you can go ahead and import your stuff here right into the grid here, and then go ahead and extract instead of going the web browser route. So once you have these, all basically you got to do is just go ahead and hit this sort of Start Extract here, and what it's going to do is, like we talked about, it's going to go ahead and dig in and basically go to each page and extract any of the relevant information that we can gather on the page. Now, sometimes some of the people won't list their sex, or won't list their email, or won't list their telephone, and of course we can't grab it if they don't list it, but if they do list it, we can go ahead and grab those right off the page. So it's going to go ahead and start. So any moment, there we go. We can see we get the birthday, the relationship, the email, the display name, and so forth. And while this is running, you can go do whatever you want to do. You take a nap, go to sleep, whatever you want to do. Go to the store. If you want to, you can actually view the actual web browser info if you wanted to. So you can click here, and this will actually show you the web pages and what it's doing in real time. You can see that we don't use any backdoor methods or any hidden cracks or anything like that. We just use normal browser interaction. So you can watch this if you want to, but for the most part, you can just watch this. All of this, of course, is sortable, so if you want to just sort on email addresses, so forth, you can sort on it. I'm actually going to go ahead and stop this extract. But you can see very, very easy to set up, very, very easy to pull, very easy to download right to TXT or CSV. The second method, of course, is this Data Grabber 2.0 here. Now, this is a little bit different than version 1.0. This sort of uses sort of a built-in behind-the-scenes browser where it'll go ahead and log in behind the scenes and grab the data. This is a little bit quicker. However, this one changes quite often, so sometimes you might use it and it won't work. So what we usually recommend is always use 1.0, since 1.0 is 90% of the time is always going to be working. So that's really it for some of the features on version 3.6. You can see very, very easy to run. We are the only ones who can actually extract the texts from the actual images. If you guys don't already know, there's been a bunch of tutorials and things like that on how to get this information, but all of those are outdated, they don't work, and they're probably going to get your account banned. Facebook turns the email address into images after about 15 profile views that you've searched, And then what are you going to do? Go ahead and type it out. So what we've gone ahead and done is made that parser for you so we can actually go ahead and extract the text from those emails. So go ahead and visit us if you haven't already at Facebook, friendsexporter.com, and go ahead and download the app.